We have Formula 1026. You're already used to the bad news of 2026, right? You're already grabbing your popcorn to talk about 2026. Lando Norris commented on the major regulation changes, pointing out that the new cars will be different, slower in corners, and with less impressive lap handling. Subscribe to our channel and leave a like first. We're already aware of this, and this will likely increase the differences between the teams. Norris says he accepts the challenge, but rejects artificial solutions that interfere with pure racing, which is where the big problem lies. And he's also emphasizing that drivers will have to more manage systems, like the battery and energy, a change that could alter the competitive dynamics. In other words, you'll have a greater strategic side, but this strategic side isn't necessarily positive, because as drivers will be managing the battery a lot, the cars will slow down, and we could have a huge discrepancy between one car that's about to use the battery for a fast lap and the other that's conserving everything. The guy will be 3, 4, 5 seconds slower. It's a possibility, okay? It's a real possibility, especially with the changes the FIA has made. And it's precisely about these changes that Lando Norris emphasizes that he doesn't want any kind of intervention to take away from pure racing. And I believe that these regulations, at least initially in this conception, are no longer about pure racing, right? Tire management is a natural thing. You'll have it even in motorsport. It's absolutely normal. You already have battery management, which isn't that great, but it's going to get worse. So it's not pure racing. They're not racing to see who's the fastest. They're looking to see who makes it to the end. And then racing gets sidelined. So much so that Sebastian Vettel, as we recently mentioned, has been very much in favor of returning to V10s, returning to naturally aspirated engines, and having a more show-stopping aspect than a more technological development aspect. This, coming from Vettel, is very important. You see that the new regulations aren't really pleasing, right? Even Vettel didn't really like the idea of the new regulations. So Lando Norris brings us yet another concern. The driver will have to manage a lot. He will have to place much more emphasis on management. To what extent is this a good thing? To what extent is this absurd amount of management that the driver has to do in a heat where he doesn't even know if he'll be able to run a full lap at most? To what extent is this a good thing? So, it's really difficult to have hope for 2026. Every little piece of the puzzle that keeps emerging makes us even more discouraged. Hopefully, things will improve by then. Tell me your opinion and expectations in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss anything here. A big hug. Thanks and goodbye.